Back in the day when niggas be on the 50, I'm telling you, I come out there and I walk straight to you. Like, I just see it in your face, you just with a whole different character from a live nigga, bro.
Please believe it, man.
Yes, indeed. And he got all this cocaine with him.
Most definitely,
man. We in here. SMG thing.
To the bone, you heard me?
Well, let's just go ahead on and get it, bro. WilsonMillz, man, MillionViewzPodcast, man. We in this thing, dog, with a real OG. You know what I'm saying? I had the blessing of meeting this brother through some mutual, partners and associates, dog, and like my first impression of homie was some things that I seen on YouTube and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really know of him or nothing like that, but doing what I do, once I see something, I dig a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? I be wanting to find it out for real.
Yeah, fuck with it.
And homie, check out all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, you know what I'm saying? The homie Jigg Star, OG Jig, or what I call him OG. What's that, homie?
Hey man, I'm cooling like a dog, man. Enjoying this free life, you dig? A lot of people know.
Yeah.
I just come home doing the Fed bid, man. Been gone 7 years, so it feel good to be back and be embraced by everybody who's showing the love and coming out. They actually shocked me. You know what I'm saying? My first interview I dropped, nigga called me because I was a little lost with the wave shit, and nigga, hey, your video had like 200-some thousand views.
It went crazy.
I was like, what? So I go check that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Right now it's at 350,000 views, and I was like, damn. That's love. You see what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that at least 85% of them my people.
Right.
Are niggas that know me from my journey.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That actually, since day one, fucking with this shit. You see what I'm saying? And then, a lot of people be after the Soulja Slim story.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though that's a touchy subject to me because that was my real partner.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't about him being Soulja Slim. You see what I'm saying? It's us coming up and how the situation went.
Through and through.
You see what I'm saying? But it was a pretty good thing to really have a lot of people reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fiend them hit me up. I talked to Booby Black. You see what I'm saying? I talked to a bunch of major guys that's in the game.
Yeah,
I talked to 21 Savage. How that kid. You know what I'm saying? So I hit Juve them up, you know what I'm saying? Welcome me with open arms. Like, bitch, you come fuck with us? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you already know. Like, man, we can do it like old time. You see what I'm saying? So it felt good to have that still going on. And I hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? Being gone, a lot of them was like, boy, I know you got music for days. Being gone 7 years. And I was like, man, I kid you not, man. It's in me, it ain't on me. I ain't writing out one song while I was locked up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you in that Bing, my mindset wasn't on that. You see what I'm saying? But at any given time, you see what I'm saying? When you got more than a gift of gab, man, style and charisma, and this what you do, it ain't hard to do.
More red man nigga. But I'm all in, you hear me?
I got down on one knee and I married the game. My mama used to be a gangster, guess my daddy to blame. At 13, 14, I was smuggling cane. 15, 16, I was busting the brain. My OG set me down, told me stay in your lane. And if you ever get popped, don't get them people your name. Real niggas take losses, it's a part of the game. And I set the city on fire and become the flame. So I went with the move and flood the city with pills. Shit, I made so much money, I never wanted a deal. But then, out of nowhere, that's when shit got real. Them niggas went and told the feds about my hustling skills. It's ill, but still I slide under pressure. Type of shit that goes on when you alive in the crescent. The people bust in, asking all type of questions to a bunch of drug dealers at my reception and blessed us.
I gotta really do is just hear a beat or something, you know what I'm saying? And it touched me, I'm going.
I feel you 100,000%. This is MillionViewzPodcast, right? It's your first time being on the show.
Right.
And like, I don't necessarily want to hear the gangster stories on camera. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really interested in that. I want to know who Jigg is, where Jigg really come from, who Jigg was as a youngster. What was your ambitions prior to the street? Because we all had something going on. Whether it been sports, you might have been, you might have had your mind on being a real player in life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We all had something.
I come up in the era of listening to, I was a big fan of Scarface. You see what I'm saying? So
salute to the OG Scarface.
man. Even
Brad Jordan.
It hit me hard to get to meet the dude and be around him, and you know what I'm saying? So it was people like him, Coogee Rap, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that really made me dive deep in it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this round of time beepers, because, I grew up under Tim Smooth now. You see what I'm saying? Out of my diggity, like this here. So just being in the studio with him, G Slim, and I wasn't rapping or nothing, just seeing it and being around it, like I could do that.
So you really do have a hip hop story.
Yeah.
On some shit. See,
you see what I'm saying? So
that's the type
it really started off with me trying it on my own. Like, I just bought my first beeper and used to let you leave a message on there. So I get these instrumentals because my husband was a DJ. So I get these instrumentals and I record for them little 15 seconds. Every day I do a different rap on them. I write it at night and the next morning, So people started biting off it. You know what I'm saying? So once I got kicked out of school in Orleans Parish, I wound up going to Jefferson Parish. And they had their little talent show. Nobody knew I rap or knew I've been practicing or doing none of this here. And I got in the talent show, so everybody looking like, nigga, you serious? You gonna get it? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna rock this bitch. So when I did it and got the reaction and feedback from them like I did, I've been on it ever since. Ever since, like, it's me. So I just was like, this is where the jig come from. God bless the day, my partner Andy J from Algiers. They used to call him Jigger. And we used to be together backwards and forwards. You see what I'm saying? And when he got killed, when you see him, you see me. So dudes was like, man, when they did see me pop out at the clubs and everything, they were like, man, look at young Jigger, because he was a little older than me. And I'm like, at that time, Hov was screaming Jigger and all that. And I'm like, nah. Let's take the A off of that.
Yeah.
Call me Jig.
Put your own stamp.
You know what I'm saying? So I still to this day, I let dudes know, like, especially my Baton Rouge partners. You see what I'm saying? We clown a lot or whatever. But I was like, I literally been Jig since 95. Way before Baton Rouge was jigging or anybody else was calling themselves Jig. You see what I'm saying?
When was the first time you was on wax? Like, when was the first time you actually, like, recorded yourself in a booth in the studio or, your partner?
My partner, Joey Queens. This is where the start come from.
Okay. Because
when he hooked up with me, because we met sort of how me and you met. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I'm moving around and
I got a picture from that day too. I'm gonna make sure.
And dude was like, man, hey bro, I mess with you. Me and 12 o'clock, rest in peace of 12, pull up by this studio that they had in Metairie.
Rest in peace of jail, man.
Yeah, man, my dog, man. And I pull up by the studio and he was like, man, hey man, I'm a fan of you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? You that thing. I'm like, nah, man. He was like, for real, bro. Like, you're a street legend, man, but with this music, man, you like a star to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he said, from now on out, that's what I'm going to call you. Jigg Star. I took that shit and ran with it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't lying, So shout out to my dog, Joey Queens, because
it's real like that when somebody else stamp it for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, that ain't something you had to go sit down and make up or nothing like that. You know,
that's what somebody's seen on you.
That's what somebody's seen in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it messed me up that a few of them, because I never wasn't like, ain't too much can move me on that level. I ain't never been no arrogant dude or, you know what I'm saying? I'm real cocky and confident now because you can't tell me I can't do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without me trying to dive in, like I could pull it off. I just have my own way of doing things. Right. I don't want to be like the next man.
That's confidence too.
You see what I'm saying? Like, still to this day, I support a lot of New Orleans artists, but I don't listen to them.
Right.
Because it ain't a competition thing, but when you jump in that water, when you got all these different breeds of rappers, I never wanted to sound like them or no other dudes up north, dudes from Atlanta, none of that, because there's a lot of artists that's coming out nowadays and back then that sound like somebody you didn't heard.
Yeah, keep your original edge. That's the way you do it.
So I'm there at all your shows. I'm gonna wear your shirt, all that, but I ain't listening to your music.
Not about to indoctrinate myself with it.
Nah,
I get that. I feel it, like, for real. So it seemed like to me your upbringing, dog, like was musically influenced on some shit.
Like totally.
You know, the street. I mean, the streets are part of 95% of our lives.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just based on who you birthed to or where you birthed to, like, you know what I'm saying, geographically, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cases. So that's something we could talk about in a bit for hours.
Right.
But see, that those stories right there, that's what true fans really, really want to know. Like, where the music come from? How real is the music?
Right.
Because you could find somebody who ain't never left from in front of that computer, and they could talk to you just like me and you talk.
All day.
They could pop that shit on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it could be, the wall could be pulled over, you know what I'm saying, in that way. But the real story, your origin, that's what it is. Like, you know, your blood, that's what it is. Speaking of that, bro, you got some team with you tonight, who we got on deck, bro?
Man, he speak for himself, man. He speak for himself, man. Talk to him, Cole, man.
I'm his boy, Cocaine, you know, spell my name with a K, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Baton Rouge. Jigg little brother, you feel me?
Most definitely, man.
Jigg little brother.
Yeah,
Jigg
man.
little brother.
He a little rapperholic.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even about the music, you know. It wasn't about the music. It was like the longevity and the love that he had for me all these years. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my other brother, Twizzy, you know what I'm saying? Twizzy on the clock right now, so he couldn't be here with us, but
salute to Twizzy.
You know what I'm saying? It's SMG 3, man, and that's my 3, you know. Not because I'm from the third wall, 'cause I keep that 3 on me too, but at the same time, like, that's my team, and my right hand and my left hand. You know what I'm saying? We want to see each other win. We care about each other's well-being. You see what I'm saying? Like, you there mutually. You don't have no hidden agendas. You know what I'm saying? We could never fall out or part ways on no type of note.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the bond is so serious. It's something that, and a lot of individuals who have groups or be entwined with each other, something gonna make them depart at some point in time.
Right.
To us, it's never about the money.
It's the nucleus.
It's never about the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nucleus.
they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, just the reality of it, they'll tell you, with my name being bigger than theirs, I never play on them on that note.
Right.
Even with the company, you see what I'm saying? It's our company.
Anything he trying to
Star Music Group.
Put us where he is.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I'm going to put them before me.
You
see what I'm saying? That'd be my biggest goal, to make sure everybody that fuck with Jigg know who Cocaine is.
You can't consider yourself the boss if you don't have them people's best interests.
Yes, man, because we all bosses. We all bosses, and that's the way I deal. I deal with men who handle their business. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not, I just was on the phone with Lil Soulja Slim a few minutes ago, and he'll be the one to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told him years ago when we first come out here, like, little nigga, I don't mess with you because your dad is Soulja Slim. That was my partner. That was in the past. That ain't got nothing to do with what we binding and growing right now.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you for the man that you listen to a lot of shit that I put in you. I watch you grow. You see what I'm saying? You're a stand-up guy. You handle your business. You showed yourself true. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing about who your pa is and all this other shit. Right. So that's how I fuck with Kane. You see what I'm saying? Because he showed himself true for years. Like,
dude really care about our well-being. You know what I'm saying? From jump. I met him in 2012, you feel me? And he was an instant connection, and I vibe with people that really put me, you know what I'm saying, what I want to say, you know what I'm saying, my well-being first, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's bigger than just music. Right. It's bigger than the streets, you know what I'm saying? Right. We have families at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people just try to make a dollar off you. He ain't trying to make no dollar off me. You know what I'm saying? He trying to put me in a situation.
When Cocaine started this music thing?
I say around 2001, 2002. I used to play with it around in the park. Me and my partners used to beat on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
You started out real young.
Yeah, I started off kind of young. You know what I'm saying? But
how old you was when you started rapping, bro?
I'd have been like 16, 17.
And you started taking it serious right out the gate.
I ain't never really taken it serious until like past couple years.
I'm keeping it real though. That's fair.
I always had something like I always had something that was going on. Like you said at the beginning of the interview, like it's about your beginnings. Like I used to want to be a basketball player, no cap.
All right.
Anybody that tell you in Baton Rouge can't nobody stand in front of me. Period. With that ball.
Nice like that.
Nice like that.
Ice water,
whatever. You want to go around the world, I'm going to bust you up. I don't care. Interview is, you can take my word. I'm a hooper for real. Like they got these, Boosie be hooping, Gilly be hooping, and I hoops for real.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Boosie, Gilly.
You feel me?
That man say he hoop for real.
I hoop for real.
We're going to pull up on him.
I ain't got the win I used to have, but my jumper's still wet. You feel me?
I'm telling you weaknesses.
You feel me? I ain't tripping on it because I ain't trying to go running up. A win ain't got nothing to do with my wrist. You feel me? You feel me? The win ain't got nothing to do with my wrist. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you and Jigg hook up in 2012, like you say. It was as I could tell with the homie. It got to be an organic thing. It got to be a balance.
It have to
before the conversation even get going. And I love and respect that about the OG. So like, okay, y'all getting together and you got shit going on or whatever, but at some point, you like, man, I'm gonna take this shit serious. You went to the OG with it, or he kind of?
Yeah, I went to him with him. We started doing some things, and then like we had other things going on. I got caught up. I had to go sit down for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Stalled me a little bit. When I come home, he had to went sat down for a little bit.
I was about to say that's the perfect segue.
And then he come back, and it was like God always want us to be together. Because it don't matter which way he go, which way I go, we always attract to each other.
Back to Jigg right quick. What was your thought process, Jigg? Boom, my little man fall. Then I'm right behind him, bam. And we still, y'all still had plans of making this shit happen, or you were just solely focused on getting this Joe's behind you, and when I get home, we'll figure it out from there.
It really mainly hit me hard, like just to know that they let me know. Him and Twizzy let me know that they were waiting on me. You see what I'm saying? People know how it go when you locked up. They love you before you leave.
Right.
While you're there, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, and let you reach out or have some type of way to get to the lane. With them, it wasn't like that. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't looking for them to do nothing but the same thing like I used to tell Soldier and any of my other partners, Mighty Lee too. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mighty, man.
What you want, man? What you need, bro? Know what I need? I need you to stay alive, man, and don't come in here till I get there.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? And we'll make the rest of the plans from there.
That's how the real OG carry.
Do that for me. I'm a survivor. I'm going to be able to make it in here. Ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? But when I touch down, they're waiting on me. Yeah. And I'm like, man, what the deal is? He was like, man, you know what it is, man. We're going to do this SMG shit.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people always see me with the shirts and the different, on my page and everything. SMG is Star Music Group. You see what I'm saying? Never really want to name nothing behind me. You see what I'm saying? But it was more of a professional look. You see what I'm saying? And saying at the same time because that's how I wanted to come off. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, your crew carries your essence.
Most definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's the perfect name for it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because you is Jigg Star, and like I say, you carrying it like a real OG supposed to. You could have easily manipulated them dudes from behind the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm hurting. You got 5-10 racks sitting over here, and you got them people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Knowing, like this man said, I can survive in here. Let's all stay focused.
Right.
So y'all don't end up swapping seats with
exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? So like, through keeping it real, through all the, the shit, you gotta say it. You here now. Let's get into this single, and then we'll go from there. You hear me? What's the name of the single, dog?
That's That I Do.
You got a feature on there, huh?
Yeah. With my dog.
And Black Valley and Mall.
Black Valley and Mall.
Got some fire shots on that video. Who shot the video?
Astro shot the video for
You already know.
Just working, baby.
Well, I'm 40-something years old. I'm just playing my role. I play this game of life. I ain't playing no hoe. I ain't got no friends. All my brothers is bro. I'm feeling super blessed because I'm the one that was chose. I'm dodging potholes while I'm taking my stroll. It can get kind of bumpy when you taking this road. I had to take a stand. The elevator was closed. When I made it to the top, I elevated the flow. Perhaps I would have quit from the weight of the load. I'd have been full of shit for not chasing my goals. Tony bragging with this shit. I'm just letting it flow. To save myself and self-defense shit, I'm letting it blow. Negative nonsense shit, I'm letting it go. I'm customizing all these pics, I'm in the mix for the stove. They say if you got it, you don't trick to them, no. I swear to God, I made it different. Oh, yes, I do.
I gotta keep it going with them. Old rat ass niggas. My nigga Miles did the beat, man.
I got down on one knee, and I married the game. My mama used to be a gangster, guess my dad to blame. At 13, 14, I was smuggling cane. 15, 16, I was busting the brain. My OG set me down, told me stay in your lane. And if you ever get popped, don't get them people your name. Real niggas take losses, it's a part of the game. I set the city on fire and become the flame. So I went with the move and flood the city with pills. Shit, I made so much money, I never wanted a deal. But then, out of nowhere, that's when shit got real. Them niggas went and told the feds about my hustling skills. It's ill. But still I slide under pressure. Type of shit that goes on when you alive and depressing. The people bust in, asking all type of questions to a bunch of drug dealers at my reception and blessed us.
Like a seed in the earth, I emerged from the dirt. Could've got stuck there if I ain't put in my work. Reminded every time I see a nigga put on my shirt. Money always requires sacrifice. Got partners in the afterlife like do it, nigga. Nobody do it how you do it, nigga. Set your goals, pursue them, nigga. Fuck them niggas, you that nigga. As humble as I am, that's a hard one to shake. When fake niggas trying to bake me a cake, but keep it sweet, nigga. I'm diabetic on the beat, you're bound to see paramedics on the street. If you read a nigga wrong, will get me twisted. Dyslexic, losing life and reading backwards. Hope your haters get the message. Keep my hands to the sky, receiving God's blessing. Look me in my eyes and see I've learned some hard lessons in the crest. New Orleans, speaking about the place I grew. I look success in her eyes when I said I do. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, big homie.
I like the way he shot that thing.
The video, bro. Man, that bitch so tough, bro. I watched it bitch probably like 12 times this morning, just in here rearranging this shit this part back. Just watching it over and over.
Shout out to my dog Mars, man. That's
salute to Mars on
that. He reached out, man. Like, man, I got one for you, bro. I need you to bless this thing with me, man. I was like, send it to me. He sent it to me, man. I knocked it out the next day. And he's like, man, when you want to do it? I said, shit, I'm ready when you ready.
Yeah, that's always your response, though.
I'm ready when you ready, man. I ain't tied down to nothing, you know what I'm saying? They got to understand.
I really want to ask you that, bro. How you managed to not get tied down to nothing? You done been around so much of this, and I'm talking about the cash money, the no limit, if I'm not mistaken. You know, the cutthroat committee situation, you know what I'm saying?
Fly Society, Jet Life.
Keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? Big Boy Records.
And salute to all them. Salute to all them. Legendary
Me and Fiend did our thing, you know what I'm saying? Money Hustler Music. Shout out to my brother Sleep. You know, we did our thing. Genesis Clothing. It really was. I ain't never got tied down to it. I was too tied up in the streets, and I really always used to separate it as much as I can because it's kind of hard. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people was already messing with me streetwise.
Right.
They didn't even know
the music
that I go with the music. Mm-hmm. But I've been around it the whole time. I'm on 20 city tours. You know, at any time I could just jump on when my whole ulterior motive is to get out there and try to catch me and sell. I never give a fuck about,
right.
You know what I'm saying, selling no records or none of that. Now, I do a song with you. You know, it'll be people on the outside that'll bring shit to my attention. Like, man, you just was with Jada Kiss them and all these other dudes. Why you ain't do a song with them? I wasn't on that note.
Wasn't even on that time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out there in the A-man messing with all the QC niggas. You know, shout out to my nigga Young Greatness. God bless the dead.
Rest in
you know what I'm saying?
peace. Rest in peace.
But he like, damn, man, you out there with him? You ain't do no song with him. I don't know. Like Juvenile will tell you, that's my man. Him and Corey.
Salute to
like,
the great, man.
We done spent days together in the studio and on the road and moving around or whatever, man. Ask me how many songs I got with Juvenile.
They did one track.
Not one. Because it's family orientated. We tapping in with something else.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Making business moves. It never was about that.
See, bro, that take
with us.
People who just listening to this and looking at this from the outside looking in, y'all don't understand how solid that is for this man to be amongst legends. You get what I'm saying? The average person, that'll be the only thing on their mind.
First thing
getting this first out Juvie or getting on this song with him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing wrong with that, because if this is what you hungry to do, right. I mean, closed mouths don't get fed. But like he said, like homie,
it wasn't like that, and he not the only one. Is it's a long list of them. Kevin Gates, you know what I'm saying? Kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of people that actually know who I am when they see me.
Right.
And we actually stomped through the mud and did things, you know what I'm saying? My kids played with their kids. You see what I'm saying? It was that type of situation going on.
Much more serious level.
Way more serious. We supported each other or whatever we were doing. Is just by them being knee deep in the music and me being knee deep in the streets, I never wanted them to get caught in my mix.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I respected them enough to go do my thing. And when, you know what I'm saying, even back in the day, Fiend used to always tell me, hey man, you gotta chill, woo. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I probably felt like, damn, man, I know this nigga ain't holding his nuts on me.
Right.
But now having my own company years later, I understand that me wilding out and trapping out the game was bad for business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you got to think these guys build this shit from the ground. And when you get at a certain status, you don't need no wild outs coming around to shut it down. I add the stuff in. So, we recently talked about that, man. Me and Fiend talked about an hour on some stuff, man. I let him know because I got the game from Fiend.
I watch a lot of
you see what I'm saying?
A lot of things.
He's a real smart dude, bro. Always have been, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he was another one that I grew up listening to. So to actually get to meet him and work with him and travel with him, that was everything to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And even in those times, in them days, I ain't never take advantage of the situations that I was in or the people I had around me. My only mindset was to catch a sale.
But believe it or not, that was the blessing in the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, across the board, like I said, dog, checked off. You know what I'm saying? All across the board, wasn't nothing fucked up to be said. But I don't know everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's my job to
being
find out. You know what I'm saying? Where a person really at with it.
I do my homework on anybody that I come encounter with.
Right.
To see what it's hitting for. Everybody should do that same thing.
Yeah, you gotta know.
You see what I'm saying? So when it average out of everybody check off, even though I ain't never looked for no nigga to stamp me or give me a stripe or nothing, I just always been me. Anybody who know me, they could tell you 15 years ago, I'm still that same person.
Same Jig.
I'm just a wiser guy, you know what I'm saying?
Moving to the present, you got SMG3 going on. You got the merch popping. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my folks. You know what I'm saying? Let them know where they could, not only get what you get, booking information and so on and so forth. Let them know where they can get with y'all.
Right now, man, I'm mainly on Instagram. That's why I found everybody. When I touched down, I was like, man, where everybody at?
The spot.
It was like, man, go on Instagram, make your Instagram page. So I made me an Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? So y'all follow me on Instagram, man. Jigg_SMG3. You see what I'm saying? And we can really work from there. I got the website. You know what I'm saying? That's SMG3.
Yeah, the website's still under construction, but we want to buy the merch, anything from us, find us on the ground. He just told y'all his ground, my ground, cocaine_SMG3. That's KOCAINE _SMG3. I'm saying, holla at me. Jump in my DM. I answer. We
got a page for the merch too.
I talk back.
What's the next moves? What's 2023 looking like?
New Year's Day, man. Cocaine will tell you about the situation, man.
New Year's Day. I got a project coming called Bumpy Thomas. You hear me?
Right.
Kind of got a thing for Bumpy Johnson. I don't know if a lot of people know about him. He was a Harlem cat, you know what I'm saying? Kind of controlled things, and you know what I'm saying? I kind of like the story, you feel me? So I kind of, you know.
He got a lot of
I got a Harlem swag too. I'm from Baton Rouge, but when you hear my music, you ain't gonna say, "Oh, he from Baton Rouge." You listen to my music, you'll never think I'm from where I'm from.
Yeah.
All right,
I ain't saying I run like I sound like New
Year's Day on all platforms.
On all platforms.
Right now, we got the single out on all platforms.
I got a single on all platforms right now called "Talk a Lot," BG Flow. You know what I'm saying? You can find it anywhere, Spotify, Tidal, Outlet, Apple Music. It's on everything. I just dropped something with Devil and the Crazy Man too. Cuz, shout out to Cuz.
Right. Shout out to Devil, man.
He just dropped a little project. I got a little song with him called Murder. Doing a little numbers right now. We just dropped another single called Pull It Off. Young Bleed remake, you know what I'm saying? Paying homage to, you know what I'm saying, BR.
Shout out to Young Bleed.
He run his mouth to the moles that he really barely know. Get that hoe to bake the cake and pull it off.
Love, if it counts to be the boss, I be hustling focused, riding, coasting, picking it up. Car cloud is smoking. You know cocaine gon' pull it out. Boy, I'm slick as lotion, plays in motion. I run it up. I be having motion. Shout out to Bleed, full of that weed. Crazy man, what's up? I got a lick, let's pull it off. Time to run it up. EP the sickest on the track, nigga, run it back. The ghost of Nissa in this bitch, better watch your hat. He say he got it, then I want it, tell him run me that. He hesitate when he moves, slap him with the strap. He tend to dicks in a bitch, we gon' make it easy. Pull it off on his ass, then gon' smoke up
a nigga big stuntin', pull it off, pull it off. He claim he got that work, pull it off, pull it off. He run his mouth to them hoes that he really barely know. Get that hoe to bake the cake and pull it off, pull it off. If a nigga big stuntin', pull it off, pull it off. He claim he got that work, pull it off, pull it off. He run his mouth to them hoes that he really barely know. Get that hoe to bake the cake and pull it off, pull it off.
Full of that weed, you know what it is. But yeah, we just taking it step by step right now.
We're gonna be shooting
just shot a video.
Shoot another video.
Video finna be on YouTube.
Dancing in the Clouds.
At the end of the day. I got a new single I just dropped too called Dancing in the Clouds. Appreciate that, cause I almost slipped my mind.
Single you said?
Yeah, it's called Dancing in the Clouds. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to find you on Tidal right quick so we can.
Oh yeah. Single. They put Dancing in the Clouds. You feel me?
They gonna pop up.
They gonna pop up after that cocaine.
You trying to let the people hear you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm about to mess the game up, man. Shout out to
What was the transition like, Jig? Transitioning all the way into CEO mode, bro?
It always was there.
It was always natural?
It was always there. When I was one of the artists on FE Entertainment. Fiend, you know, me, Fiend, Fendi P, and another little cat from Yara.
Just a letter N?
Yeah, just a letter N.
So, Fiend was the one that came to me and was like, hey, man, you don't need me, man.
Right.
You don't need me, man. He's like, man, you got this here, man. He was like, you know, what I can give you, man.
T-H-A.
Like, what I could give you, man, you got everything there is to have. You see what I'm saying? All you got to do now is put in the work and do some records. Do some records.
Go right there.
And from there, you've been at work.
Been at work. Hey, man.
I love it, man. I love it.
I ain't about to take my foot off the gas, and I tell all my partners that. You know, shout out to B3, Lil Bob, shout out to Willa Boy, because these good conversations I have. You know, shout out to Chopper City Golf, because anytime we one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, them my little niggas, and I tell them, man, don't take your foot off the gas, man.
As I stuff the fruity and keep moving. Look up at the clouds, you see my feet moving. I'm looking down at y'all niggas still losing. I see the hate in your eyes, y'all niggas can't fool me. Through the glass and handshakes, the niggas see the fake. Remember y'all niggas acting different when they have a plate. Now I'm on your jet, it's probably more space. If that's the case, I hope you can breathe underneath a lake. Become a memory from the K, niggas you made. Send out a t-shirt where your picture laid. Send out a keep moving with my reefer lane. I'm get it popping in the clouds, smile on my face. I'm winning, I'm off miles, but I know from sinning. I almost touched the plane, high off Mary Jane. I've been a hitter before the music, I've been that thing. So way off from the clouds, I don't do the lanes. I'm just dancing in the clouds, smoking on this loud. Ever since I started winning, all a nigga do is smile. Y'all haven't seen it in a while. I'm just dancing in the clouds, smoking on this loud. Ever since y'all started hating, all a nigga do is smile. I haven't seen y'all in a while. Look up, take a view of a nigga, saw the snake before the play had to move on a nigga. Rolled up, took flight, hated flew on a nigga. And I been with the shits like you do on a nigga. If you really know me, I wouldn't do me a nigga from that heat to the how you wanna make it work? I'm saying catch a phone, can my ear let it hurt. To the clouds, damn cocaine, that's fire. But the wind came in, now cocaine smile. And God bless the real, I guess cocaine is shine. So you know how I feel. Roll up some good fire, light it up, burn it down. You know how I get down. Two-stepping on the cloud, I'm feeling good right now. I'm smoking good, bank account looking good right now. I'm from the hood, so you know I keep a hood right now. My kid blowing up the whole of a hood right now. Yeah, I'm just dancing in the clouds, smoking on this loud. Ever since I started winning, all a nigga do is smile. Y'all haven't seen it in a while. I'm just dancing in the clouds, smoking on this loud. Ever since y'all started hating, all a nigga do is smile. I haven't seen y'all in a while.
Man, SMG3, man, you think you come through here with live music, though. Say, fam.
You.
The man say from BR. Who's your musical influence coming up?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Wayne, bro.
Lil Wayne?
You feel me?
Well, that's where the versatility comes from.
Yeah.
Shout out
I
to
didn't
Wayne,
hear,
man.
I didn't hear no BR in that song. Right?
Wayne.
You ain't gonna hear it in none of them.
No,
you ain't
That's
gonna hear
crazy
it.
part.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear it.
That's crazy. But that said a lot about your skill.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it, because it's hard to get the
Right.
NO out you if that's
Yeah.
where you from.
It's hard to get the home out
you.
you.
Get what I'm saying?
And a lot of people always
like our
say,
accent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
he's like, man, it was so to the point that he was like, man, you done been everywhere, man. Nigga, you done got country. I'm like, nah, I just never was no nigga to sit still. And I ain't mock like a bunch of y'all is.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
No, man. You move
Now,
around.
if you from up north and you hear me talk, you'll know I'm from down south.
Right.
As far as the accent, but I ain't mock like a bunch of New Orleans dudes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
know,
to where it stick out like a sore thumb.
And it's hard to
You
get
see
it
what
up.
I'm
Like
saying?
once you
I'm able to adapt it
once you
any
adopt
section.
something, though, that and just stick to just one thing. Like you said, if you just get stuck to one thing, that one thing will stick to you.
Right.
And you ain't gonna never be able to really, rub that or scrub that off you, which is not a bad thing, as long as you being original. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me get to the industry questions right quick. Jig, you first, dog.
Talk to me.
And I know you done been in these situations a lot, so you could use real situations if you want. If not, just keep it. You know what I'm saying? You're in a room with a veteran in the game. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you may or may not look up to, and they got a youngster. You know what I'm saying? A young up and coming cocaine in the building. And you know, what would you say to both of them?
I would actually start with the OG first. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on how his track record went, because if he like a Bun B or a Scarface, you see what I'm saying, who been in the game this long, you see what I'm saying, that's the type of stuff I pray for, to actually have that longevity and still be relevant, not just with the visual, but in your music too. You see what I'm saying, to have that influence of other people. I want that same thing he got, and salute him at the same time.
Right.
For what he's done, because I grew up under that. Not for the ones, as far as the youngsters who growing up under me, because the times are different. So the music is different.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The wave is different. And it's actually easier now for them. So it's really no excuse, because if they had to go through the stuff we went through back in the Gap, a lot of them wouldn't even be rapping.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Just being able to get the access.
Just be able to have the access. Take advantage of what you got. You see what I'm saying? And be you. Don't be afraid to try stuff. Don't be afraid to, you know what I'm saying, stand on something. Go hard with your talent because you got to grow into your gift. Don't be stagnant in your walk, being stuck with what you comfortable with. You see what I'm saying? Actually keep shooting for the gusto. Don't do it for nothing else. You just be spinning your wheels. Right. You see what I'm saying? Give it all you got. You see what I'm saying? Have confidence in yourself.
I fuck with that.
Nobody ain't supposed to go harder than you for you.
And nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing, no matter what it is. Take pride in everything you're doing.
Same question, dog. You got an OG and you got a, one up under you. You know what I'm saying? How you coming at both of them?
Man, I'm going to tell you, follow your heart, bro. Follow your heart and don't never stop your grind. Don't let nobody stop your grind or whatever you trying to do. You are your worst enemy. You are your best friend. You feel me?
Right.
It starts and it ends with you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Keep your energy right. Watch everybody, bro. Because this game is worse than the streets. And I haven't even really stepped my foot into the industry yet, but I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
You in it?
It's a lot of flaky stuff, but there's business stuff. But you just gotta know how to, you know what I'm saying, condone your business too.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this is a business. This ain't the streets. Ain't no room for feelings.
Right.
Ain't no room for feelings.
Just segue right back into the next question, Jig. What was that moment where you was like, man, I'm in this rap shit? That first bullshit industry, some industry shit that took place with you. Like, and you don't have to be specific, but like just
actually, my first real concert was at Mr. B's Lounge. Me and X was coming out. She came out with her first CD, and she performed.
Shout out to Mama Mia.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me and X.
Yes, indeed.
And I was there, and my older cousin knew dude who ran the place, and he was like, "Hey, my nephew, get down." He was like, "Well, good, cause me and X got a show tonight. So you want to open up for us?" So it kind of caught me off guard.
Right.
But I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, what's down? Let's fuck with this year.
Right.
I'm diving in there, so I'm really on my phone calling everybody, "Hey, I'm performing at Mr. B's Lounge." Nigga, like, you serious? Like, yeah, it ain't my show, it's me and X show, but they gonna let me open it up right quick. And I dove in there. I didn't give a fuck if they had 10 people or 500 people. Boy, I'm about to show my ass in this bitch.
How it went?
It was nice. It was nice, and after that, she came through and rocked that thing, and after, everybody was messing with me and hollering and reaching out, and I was on my way home by myself. I'm smoking me an L. I said, boy, I'm in this year.
Straight up.
And that's when it really hit me like, yeah, I'm doing this year.
What was the first moment where you was like, man, this some bullshit, and I don't even want to do this no more?
Actually being around, seeing my partners, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG, he'll be home real soon.
Shout out to Jizzle, man.
We was real close. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Juvenile. I watch a bunch of my partners, even Soulja Slim. I watch a bunch of my partners sign bad deals. So it's just like, to me, when nowadays when you see people take a drug, I'm gonna use Fitted for it. Example. If I see that's what it do to them, I ain't fucking with that. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same way I was with the music. A lot of people be like, man, you had all these opportunities. Why you never signed with these people? Because I turned a lot of people down.
Right.
I never even seen a real contract, and if you bought it to me, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't mess with that. You see what I'm saying? Because what can you give me? I already got me a Rolex. I got a couple chains. I got a car. I got a crib. So you really got to cut that check. You see what I'm saying? I'm marketable.
Right.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm known in the streets. I ain't never sold no records, and it's a reason why, because I wasn't head first in it, because I just seen what happened with BG, Soulja Slim, and all my other partners signing these bad deals. So if I got to go through that, I was a part of the independent before niggas even really started wanting to be independent.
I was about to say, you took it right out of my mouth. So you really took the independent approach out the gate, but just silently. Like
man, I'm talking about way back in Pimp Daddy days.
Shout out
shout out to my dog. Pimp Daddy, man. A lot of people
don't
speak of Pimp, man. You know what I'm saying? Pimp, PMW.
That's legendary.
You know what I'm saying?
It's legendary, man.
sported tee when these guys was actually doing it. My first thing was because everybody at that time back then,
real, man.
back then, man, they used to have a hustler gonna drop that bag on them.
Right.
Or everybody who I knew was rapping was in it to try to get them a deal.
Right.
That wasn't me. I just knew I could do it, but
nigga trying to get some money.
I watch all the shit that they go through to get that deal, and I felt like it wasn't worth that. Or hey, for the nigga I didn't have it in me to accept that.
Right.
Like, you know, I wasn't
knowing what it was.
I needed some artist development back then because I'm still stuck in these streets. So I do right by people. I expect the same shit. So if I sign with you and you fuck over me,
it's going bad.
Yeah, it's going bad. So I wouldn't be able to accept that how a lot of people did, and I watched them. I'm like, damn.
But you had the presence of mind and not put yourself in that position.
Nah, always independent. I just always wanted my own. I ain't never, you know, a lot of people roll with the punches. You know, I chose to throw them.
That's real. That's real, though. That's foresight too, especially for, like he said, a young man in the streets. Number one, I commend you for being able to even separate the two. Right, because that's what a lot of these little dudes going through right now.
They
can't
can't
making
separate
real bread.
Right.
They can't separate
really,
the
like,
two.
Having, you know, because let's just keep it real. Me and Kane, we bumping every time we come across each other. He know what it is. I know what it is.
Right.
And he SMG 3, boom, y'all, it take off.
Yeah.
It's still up.
It's still up. It's up.
That's
up
the mentality. I'm not saying for the camera. I'm not saying that, but that's the mentality.
More.
It's up. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be up
like
more
that,
because of who you turning it into.
You done turned into, right?
My mindset.
Now this person really
on
don't
that
like
note, years ago, because I was getting it on in the streets bad. So this was another thing that really made me not. I never wanted to be famous.
What you meant by getting it on in the streets bad? For the young, just for.
Yeah, man, I'm beefing with niggas. Like, and it ain't even had to be my beef. If you beefing with my partner and them, and we see you,
just on reckless shit.
We got y'all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is going on. So I'm like, and OG came to me and was like, "Hey man, you got to pick one." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
He's like, "Man, you got to pick one. You gonna rap, you gonna beef, or you gonna hustle? Because you can't do all three.
No, you can't do.
You can't do two.
None of them together.
You can't do all three.
Right.
So it really was sitting on me at a young age, and I'm like, damn, nigga can book me and knock my ass off. You see what I'm saying? So
just that.
This is what made me start separating it. That's where the separation came in at, and that actually was at 16 years old.
So you was a young knucklehead with a head on his shoulders. You just chose what you chose. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like that, dog. Cause like I can't really say I had no per se reason to fall off into the streets, but it was definitely around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was influenced by certain things, but on the real, like I was a pretty good little dude, but I chose certain shit like that paper. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And it be like this too, like you got to understand with the streets. You could choose the streets, or the streets can choose you.
A lot of people feel me that too.
And most of the people that choose the streets don't have that to do.
Right.
That's where I always been a downfall.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
the type. I grew up.
Some shit.
I had family in my house. You know what I'm saying? My daddy was in and out of jail, but I was raised pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I was on the honor roll. I was smart. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't no geek. I had to go to school. I went did my work. I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
But
at the same time, though, when I graduated, I really ain't had a backbone. The people that raised me hadn't got up in age. They can't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. They was buying me this, buying me that. Then that shit just got cut off. And it's like, what you want me to do? I'm enjoying wearing these Jordans. I'm enjoying wearing these clothes and this and that. Now this shit got cut off. You know what I'm saying? I want that. And not just that. I have a little sister. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of high school. She needs somebody to be there like a father figure. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't finna get no job because I ain't want no slow money. So that forced me to go into the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had the parenting. We ain't had a parenting to take us overboard, you know what I'm saying? We really was forced to make choices on our own, young. And that would be messing a lot of these kids' minds up too, because when you don't have the parenting or the support system as a child growing up, you know what I'm saying? We sponges when we, you know what I'm saying? your mind don't get fully developed till you in your 20s damn near, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know.
That's crazy, bro. Like, sitting here talking with you fellas, bro, and this what a lot of people don't really take into account, and I guess we to blame for it, dog. It's how fucking smart we be.
Exactly.
Like how smart we are, dog. Just as a race, and you know, just the general. Like you meet 10 black dudes, dog. 7 to 8 of them actually smart.
Smart.
Now what we doing with that and how we move it, like
exactly.
You know, that's a totally different story. What outside of our street influences and this and that, the obvious stuff, what you think that is, though? You think we just at some point got too cool?
Got too cool and too calm, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get, what I want to say, shit. You can't be lacking out here with your knowledge, man, you know what I'm saying?
Knowledge is true power.
Knowledge is true power, you know what I'm saying? And that would keep a lot of us down, because the thought of you being smart to the streets, they gonna think you as a lame or something like that. Don't nobody want to be a lame, and I feel like that's the lamest shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Not wanting to be a lame.
Not wanting to be lame because somebody say this or somebody say that.
See, that's one of the hardest things. And salute to my son, Pint Two Time. He rapping everything.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I stayed on him about in life the hardest, because he a smart kid, honor roll type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He actually dual enrolled, like he in college and high school at the same time type of nigga.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
See,
so
I was just like that, but I just never went to college.
The average person will consider a dude like that a nerd or a geek or a lame or something like that. And I used to always keep him on point with that in life. Like, that ain't the measure of you. That don't ever let nobody else put no label or no stamp on you. You stamp yourself. You know, you choose what you want to do, and you follow that, because only the right shit you do in life is gonna pay you in a way. Like we done came out here in the streets and got paid.
Yeah.
But how much of it?
But how much you paid back to them? You feel me? With your time and money. You feel me?
Time is the part that can't be replaced.
Family members are like, you missing time, you going to jail, you gotta spend money on a lawyer, you gotta bond out, then you gotta fight the charge, you get your time, you gotta go do your time, commissary. You missing time away from your kids or your family, you know what I'm saying?
In a lot of cases, them people be the ones that have to help.
Yeah, so that mean they spending money on you too, so they losing out.
Let's get back to the topic of the day, dog. SMG3, you feel me? You running with the OG Jigg. Y'all got new music coming out. Y'all got merch available right now, bro. You got the new project dropping on New Year's, bro. I would love the opportunity to review it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Have you come back on, bro? We'll
got
review
that.
Shit.
No doubt.
Get a live performance on the green screen from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so on and so forth, dog. Jigg, you know, the OG. We rocking with him, dog. I met him through Mighty League. You know, King Mike. You know what I'm saying? JRs and cats
no
like
big
that.
Dogs, no rap daddies.
No big dog, no rap daddies. That's oh man, I'm tripping. That's actually the sponsor of today's podcast, dog. No big dog, no rap daddy.
You
LLC,
dig?
man. Salute
Mighty
to
League.
Mighty League.
Yeah,
always,
real one.
Always, definitely a
real one.
Always holding me down, bro. Always got, you know what I'm saying, nothing but encouragement. And that's another real highly intelligent young man, dog.
Exactly.
Like homie, like I said, we got all trade gangster stories and this and that, but that ain't even the type of time me and dude ain't never even talked about no gangster shit.
See, when you can vibe out on a person on all kind of levels, man, it's cool to do that.
That's
you know
what's real.
Saying? Like I say, it ain't, man, that gangster shit, that's just some shit
that's some shit we really went through.
We went through that shit. They put that shit on us. You know
get what I'm
saying?
saying? Like, a lot of people understand, like especially the ones that, like myself, that chose the streets and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's something that we literally just put ourselves through.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us survived it, a lot of us didn't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit crazy. Now, it was a means, like it was a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, but learn as you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to do this and just do that, and wonder why ain't nothing going right for them. You keep going to jail, keep spending money. I mean, I can't stay out the courthouse.
Let the people know one more
time. Find another way, man.
Let the people know one more time, dog, how they can get with y'all, bro, so we can get y'all out of here so I'm gonna take care of the business.
For sure. Well, you can get at me at on Instagram, cocaine_SMG3. That's cocaine with a K, KOCAINE _SMG3. You can follow us at SMG to the bone.
SMG to the bone, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the company page.
Yeah, you catch the homie Jigg.
Jigg
_SMG3, you heard me?
You did.
And I'm WilsonMillz, bro. You can catch me at WilsonMillz on all platforms, bro. Million1NT on all platforms. Just
Million1NT. Y'all remember that.
You go to homie right here, man. Let me him sign off for
y'all
himself.
Remember that. Million1NT.
What's poppin', man? Hey man, when you dealing with this real life stuff, man.
Yeah, man, real, bro. We gonna let you get up
that
out
was
of
crazy.
here.
I actually was just telling my PO just hit me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
See, we were just talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
You wanna keep all that in there?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She cool people, man. I'm saying like I'm real. Like when people see my interviews, that ain't just a put on. That's the way I talk in person. That's the way I am. That's the way I conduct myself and handle myself.
Don't leave it in there.
You see what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm on. I ain't gonna never defer from that or deviate from none of that type of situation when it comes to Jigg Star, man.
Straight up. Let the people know one last time, man, what they expect for y'all coming up soon, bro.
Hey, man, New Year's Day, man, we dropping these CDs, man, left and right, dog. It's just expect. It's the visual. You know, my plans and intentions is to shoot a video for every song that's on the project.
Video for every song.
You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about the intro and all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Uptown Bound reloaded, because right before I went to prison, I dropped Uptown Bound. And I went to jail like 3 weeks after, so I didn't get it. I was like, God damn.
Hurt my soul.
Friends had to snap me, so I couldn't even do it. So shout out to DJ Trey Mine, man.
Trey Mine.
Touchdown, Trey Mine hollered at me like, man, hey, bro, we got to redrop that tape.
Got to.
And I'm like, man, look, go through it, pick like 5 of the hottest songs off of there, and I'm gonna put 7 more new ones with it. And we gonna do an Uptown Bound reloaded.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's hitting for.
Man, the OG.
What it's hitting for, man?
The young cocaine.
SMG3, you said.
SMG to the bone, man.
And fuck with my people, man. Hey, man, this MillionViewzPodcast, bro. I'm WilsonMillz, bro. I done had the homie OG in here, bro. OG Jigg, SMG3, bro. Y'all be looking out for that project, bro. Dropping January 1st, bro. That's New Year's, dog. What's the name of the project?
Bound.
Oh, mine gonna be called Bumpy Thomas, you heard me?
Bumpy Thomas and that Uptown
Bound Reloaded.
Reloaded. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through, homie.
Oh, man, you already know, man. It's always a blessing.
All love, man. First time I met him, I was normal fool with him forever.
For real,
yeah.
And that's the
organic spirit. Just be them vibes, man.
That's the organic spirit we try to keep going around this joint, bro. MillionViewzPodcast on WilsonMillz, dog. We out this thing.
Leave that.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, fellas.
Man, chop it, edit, do it how you want to do it. If you need some